sorry. Very nice to meet you.
Il m'a dit.
Good morning and welcome to the LNP Morning Watch, a production of the LNP, a press and public affairs division at the Liberia National Police. And we are streaming live from our headquarters at the Liberia National Police in our Kusin Apop studio. Today promises to be great, and today is March 5th, 2026. And today promises to be a very informative program here on the LNP Morning Watch. Today we will speak with the Chief of Ticketing at the Liberia National Police. He will provide us an update on ticketing. Specifically, he will tell us who are those that have been issued ticket and what are the causes of issuing ticket. We'll speak to Superintendent of Police Malaka Sedi. He's the Chief of Ticketing at the Liberia National Police. We'll later join our officer posted in Monrovia to provide a traffic outlook. They will tell how traffic at carry in Monrovia, how traffic are on the Boulevard Highway, how traffic is in the Pinsville Bell, how traffic on the Garnetsville Road. And then later we'll come in studio to discuss what they'll be updating us on the traffic as it relates to the traffic on the Pennsylvania Street of Monrovia. The second segment will be our guest, like we said. He's in studio with us in the Superintendent of Police for ticketing here. During that segment, we will open the line and you will call and ask all the necessary questions on ticketing. In studio with me now is Chief Superintendent of Police, Anthony Nyano. Good morning, Chief Anthony Nyano.
Good morning, Lester. And let me say good morning to all of our many viewers right around the world. And it's a very fascinating day again from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where we'll be giving more information regarding the workings of the police. Specifically, as you heard Lester saying that the Chief of Ticketing Section at the Liberia National Police, Superintendent Mecca, Mr. Sayo, will give more insight of how tickets are issued, who issued ticket, and what are those violations that constitute being issued ticket to a driver. You will get to know more about the ticketing session today. Stay and stick with us as we bring you more from the LNP.
Stay and stick with us as we bring you more update from the Liberia National Police, and we are streaming live on our official Facebook page, the LNP Facebook page, and we are at the headquarters here at the Liberia National Police. And so we will make contact with our officer that are posted somewhere in Monrovia to give us the traffic look there. We have now Isaiah on the line. Isaiah, good morning, Isaiah.
Good morning, Inspector Lester, and good morning, Chief and the studio. And good morning to all of us for live this morning on LMP. Are you getting me?
Alive. Give us the description of the traffic.
Yes.
Where you are posted this morning.
Yes, so I'm here this morning on the 72nd Road, where I'm reporting from this morning right here at the checkpoint. And the officers here are doing absolutely well when it comes to monitoring of vehicles and data tricycles from this end where I'm reporting from. So if you look right there, you are seeing the traffic officer trying to regulate vehicles, motors that are coming from 72nd Junction and making their way to Congo side. So most of the bikes you will see crossing at this point are motorbikes that have all of the necessary documents to be able to use this ethnic route. And some of the vehicles that don't have license plates are also pulled over, and the tow truck comes in and take them over to their nearby parking station for violation in terms of not getting whatever document the car is supposed to have. So these are some of the things happening here. In this morning, I observe motorbikes being sent to the nearby police station where the owners will have to go to meet the officers with their necessary document because the motorbikes were caught in violation this morning. Anthony.
Construction at that area.
Anthony, are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Are you there? Isaiah?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Give us the vivid description about the traffic. As we all may be aware, there's a road of rehabilitation that is ongoing at that particular point, and tell us what are some of the traffic diversion or detour of traffic around the area, and what the motorists or anybody that apply from Pinsville to Central Monrovia or from Central Monrovia to Pinsville, what can they do in terms of the traffic?
To speak on that, when it comes to movement of vehicle in the second area, especially this route, vehicles are moving freely. There's no traffic congestion on the second road, and vehicles that are coming from a junction making their way to Central Town are only allowed to use that's the main road that leading to Central Town. So vehicles that are coming from town will be asked to use that road that is from the Congo Town side, and it will come and refill direction to get on the road to get to ELWA junction. So for now, it is only one way means to get to town by using the side. The construction is ongoing, so it's not like vehicles that are coming from town will pass the main route to former Chancellor, former President Chancellor in. No. So only vehicles that are coming from around ELWA junction, vehicles that are coming from 72nd Boulevard are allowed to plat the main road where the construction is taking place currently, because the officer don't want any form of traffic congestion at that identical point. So these are some of the things that are happening. And when it comes to pedestrian movement, pedestrians in this area where I find myself, we don't usually observe any crosswalk at this point. So usually when they come here, they look left, right before making a move. That's part of the officers present here. They are all doing their absolute best to be able to help themselves looking to and fro before making any move from this end, Anthony. Like I said previously, there is no traffic congestion here. And if you look ahead of me, you are seeing motorbikes are parked at this point. This place that motorcyclists are allowed to park, especially the ones that don't have all of the necessary documents to be able to plat the main area, like the no-go zone. Only accredited motorbikes are allowed to plat the no-go zones, especially the places going to town. But as long as you don't have document and you are a commercial motorcyclist, you have to stop right at this part of the road and make a U-turn back to red light or whatever part, go back. But you are not allowed to use this route when you are not permitted to at this point, Anthony.
Great Isaiah for that report from the 72nd row.
So let me say that, Isaiah, before we take leave of you, looking at the adhering to traffic rules and regulations from the end of the motorcycling, what can you say much about their adhering to police lawful instruction? Because there are many, I've seen most of them around there.
Yeah, so most of the motorbikes on this identical side of things what I'm reporting from on the 72nd row are adhering. Only one of them are not adhering. Let me just cross to this end. Like you see this motorbike right here. This motorbike was just pulled over. Looking at documents are not available or pass are not there. So the officer just put this back over and just observe the arrival of the emergency response unit, tactical pickup that just arrived here on the scene. So the officers are not picking and choosing. It's just the right thing to be done. And some of those in violation, when the officer lay here on that identical violator, you observe that their vehicle or their motorbike will be sent to the and carry their necessary document and whatever fine that is needed to be paid in terms of the violation according to the traffic and vehicle law, that identical fine will be paid. These are things that are happening from this end, Anthony.
Okay, thank you, Isaiah, for that splendid report around the 72nd row. That was the force of Isaiah of our star, giving an update around the 72nd row where our vehicle heading toward Central Town. He said there was no traffic around that route, and then motorists coming to our route. So I'm taking inspection from the police. Motorbike coming that direction. If you do not have a document in terms of pass, you will not plow that identical route according to Isaiah.
Of course, it is our vehicle and traffic law. It is not about the police. It is by law. So, and your document, it should be up to date. You should
Yeah,
get
your
a valid
document,
document before you
your
plow the
asset
street.
pass have to be correct before you
Yeah.
plow the principal street of Morville. That was the voice of Azai reporting from the 72nd end there. We do have Ansu on the line. And so, folks, wherever you are, keep sharing our live Facebook page, or we are streaming live from the headquarters here of the Liberia National Police. Like we said, we have in studio for our Superintendent of Police, Madaka C. He's the Chief of Ticketing at the Liberia National Police. During the middle of the show, we will speak with police spokesperson, Deputy Commissioner of Police, thank you for calling, to provide some update on the workings of the Liberia National Police. So we're making contact with Ansu. So as soon as we get Ansu, the Ansu is on the line. Good morning, Ansu.
Good morning, Lester, and your co-host Anthony Yellow. And being on here right in front of the main complex this morning to bring you updates as it relates to traffic in the roughly if you want here the way and Escobar Boulevard. Also, there is no traffic congestion at this time. Here is moving freely. It's only slow to this particular point. The area is. I will get my camera there to just show you what is really happening here. You see, right in front of the Mason complex. Right in front of the Mason complex here, this area is very narrow. So vehicles coming from the real opposite lane, they will have their own time to pass to this point. So this is a major issues that is causing little bit traffic congestion in this point because of the works that are already ongoing here. We are concerned. Our major public safety. Pedestrians that are walking to this area is another major concern that we have. Absolutely, there is no crosswalk here. So pedestrians that are coming to this point, they find it so difficult to cross. Sometimes even now I'm going to put my hand up for the people that come and see in the camera so they can access the road. Because vehicle owners so that they impatient to even slow down for some of these pedestrians to walk and pass. And most especially some of the pedestrians they don't even know where to cross and where not to cross. But at this point, we are concerned. Our major concern here is what actually causes the traffic because people moving in the traffic. At this point, everybody just moving smoothly. So what is really causing the traffic? The major thing causing the traffic is the narrowness of this place. So people that come here, they have to take their own time and pass to this point. And another issue that we have been talking about is people that sometimes bang into the municipal complex here and also part of the complex. These are contributing factors that cause the traffic to this area. You just see in front of me the pedestrian crossing, so they find it so difficult to this area because motorists are very impatient to wait for them to cross the road.
Tito Rap. Ansu,
Yeah.
why are they detour around the ministerial complex?
Yeah, you just see the blue zinc right in front of me here, the main route. But actually, the main route has been before already. You see, it's a main route. And they have been closed, absolutely closed, right in front of the complex here. Part of the main route here. And the only way now it has been before on the right side in front of the complex here. So all the vehicles, those are coming from Sinko, and these are also coming from SKD Boulevard and that are coming. So everybody pass today. So this first detour that you see here, everybody uses this side. Yeah. So there's your first detour. Then the second detour is on the Fonta Barrow, wherein those vehicles that are coming from Sinko direction, they are so only the so those are coming from here the way end towards Congo Town here. They use the main route for SKD function there, SKD function up to this point. So this is the detour that sent sometimes to go. But one thing that happens sometimes in the morning hours before the construction, the road construction workers can come morning, our officers can sometimes take advantage of the other side here that the jobs are ongoing. You see the back here right in front of the stop. This is another detour morning hour before from 6 up to 8 o'clock. Our officers are deployed. All the vehicles that consist of they pass the area to go straight on the quarter barrel. So in the morning hour, people don't experience traffic to this point. It can be free in the morning hour or until when the road resumes to this point. This is why sometimes you see this up. The only thing that happened here is they're talking about the patient for the motorists, the public, to be patient to follow the instructions of the officers. Those instructions are coming from the traffic officers. Those instructions are coming from the construction company workers because they are posted to strategic places to get to the park, where kind of to the park, where people to go. Sometimes if they don't touch that move from one point to another are coming to dump and also go other places. These guys are there to give direction to those people that are using the route. So the instruction do not get if the instruction they are giving, they have been authorized. This is why they have their bags on them and with a company inscription on it. That's the instruction you follow because your safety of
So they got to do the due diligence. As a driver, you have to be in the know of all vehicle and traffic law, and you have to save life as well because listening to police instruction, it will also help you to save life and the life your very self, your own life. So down there, the construction that is ongoing is a plus for Liberia. So we know that they are undergoing constraint. And every time you will get a traffic, you'll be in a traffic congestion. But again, we are heading to a developmental Liberia because with the overhead bridge and things, I think it's a mark for Liberia. So we all should bear the pain for now and listen to police instructions so we can go to work and come from work smoothly.
Yes, another thing Ansu said that was most of the pedestrians are now hearing to or specific area to cross, and most of them are just crossing anywhere part of the road, and that is a very serious or dangerous to that very left. So if they want to cross, if they do not see the crosswalk, they can ask a police officer, I want to make a cross, and the officer will guide it in the process, and then they cross. Most of them, I noticed that they can just cross anywhere.
Of course, lecture. You see, this is why we are here. We will continue to educate them, tell them when, where, and how to cross the road. And in the absence of a crosswalk that is not marked, you have the police officer there. I think it will be much better that you notify the police officer that you want to cross. They will help you in the process.
Yeah, you want to make
but if you just cross anywhere because you see the place is open, two things involved. You either go against a vehicle or some vehicle just hit you, and again the life that you get, you need to take care of yourself. You need to maintain what is good for you. But you see, most often we see that our pedestrian, they will just cross, they will just cross. The smaller one, but they get a smarter one too. Sometimes it is not about your age, it is about getting the idea, understanding how to cross the road. That's on juvenile, some minor. When they cross it, they take real precaution because road safety education are being done to schools. So when those kids go to school, they learn it from there and they apply it more than even the parent. There are some parents too.
And what I want to flag is that most of the driver, when they coming towards the crosswalk, they want to approach near the crosswalk. So before as a driver, if you're coming towards the crosswalk, you have to give a distance.
Of course,
from the crosswalk. You cannot jam the student or the pedestrian crossing the road with a vehicle. So you have to have a little distance so that the pedestrian be free. Because when you jam the car to the pedestrian, he or she may be afraid.
Of
When
course.
driving for you, so you give the distance from the crosswalk. So it's good to give distance. Oh, you are they call it driving a vehicle as a driver up there. So always drive with care because the left you say today now be the left of your reality as well too. You might not be is that my problem myself, but someone you know that you are driving or you're riding towards, it's been very, very good. Yesterday we had there was a chief of motor vehicle where he spoke on the issue of people carrying children at the front seat. That's very, very risky. You cannot put a child. You set the child between your legs, and then you driving a vehicle while you get another person at the back. It's very, very dangerous.
Some driver think that they love the child. You don't love the child because the child is in the wrong position. You are very safe that driving. You are not safe.
You're not safe.
Because if the child want to fall, you want to hold the child, you want to hold the steering, you want to change the gear, there are a lot of things you'll be doing at once, and 2D cannot occupy one space. So it will be good that you carry the child at the back seat, put the seat belt there, and the child sit there, and you drop peacefully and easy way that you'll be able to get what you want to get. But again, cell phone.
While driving a vehicle and you're making communication on the cell phone, it's very, very risky. Your attention might be on the call communication while you're driving, and then you mistakenly get wrong into something.
It is wrong.
Yes.
It is wrong. At least if you use earpiece. And earpiece, it depends who's using the earpiece.
Yes.
Because some people, when they are communicating on earpiece, the message within the communication, it disorients you. It is not about only holding the phone in your hand, but the message, it plays on your mind, your whole intention there. For example, if somebody communicating with another person, they are not seeing each other, but you see the person showing hand, that action, they will add the person right before them. It is the same thing that is applied when you on airport and you are driving. So it is not necessarily good or safe.
So Anthony, what do you have to say to those that sit in the bucket of the vehicle for the test? Most of the time when you travel around the highway, you see people sitting at the trunk. So now 3 persons sit at the trunk, and then they are moving. So as soon as I put in a rest, they say, oh, they're putting one right, they're putting it right. But they don't take in consideration of their own safety. They are sitting at the trunk of the taxi.
Human beings are not low. Especially the way you get time, put that at the back. But the say the position, it is wrong.
And they want to issue a ticket, get car from where?
Of course.
We had a ticket.
You can't give me 200 ticket this morning.
Yeah.
So you forget to know that you are risking your life and the life of other people that you are commuting. It is wrong.
It's very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong. Sitting at the trunk of a vehicle is very, very wrong to our people out there. Stop sitting at the trunk of a vehicle is wrong. It is wrong. And the driver said, the passenger will say, I want to sit at the back. But you as a driver, you know the vehicle and traffic law. Sitting at the trunk, it is wrong. So when police arrest you, police don't get them that you don't arrest because you don't should know better because you are driver. People at the trunk, it is not good. So when officers see the gate, they say, oh, the police issue to it, police issue to it. But you sat there, the police sat at the trunk of the vehicle, you didn't let the life of the people driving on a safe condition. Issue ticket. So the chief of ticketing is already instead of us here. He will draw through the cost of ticket and other stuff. So Anthony, before we take a leave, or do you have something to say? I mean, not a leave, but a short break. Do you have something to say? Do some adjustment.
Yeah.
We'll bring in our guest.
Start arguing with police officer, driver. A driver, you don't argue. If you feel that the police officer gave you ticket and it wrongfully gave you ticket, take issue to the court.
To the court.
That's all. Stop arguing. If you argue with the police officer, another charge will be coming. And where they can say, oh, police get nine charges. Anytime you exhibit any attitude or conduct, the police officer has the right to charge you. Either disorderly conduct or assault. So be careful.
Be careful. That was the first one calling Anthony Nyano there from the LNP Press and Public Affairs, and we are streaming on our official Facebook page. We'll take a very short break, and right after that break, we'll bring in our guest on the LNP Morning Watch. My name is Lysus Abraham Plama, Chief Superintendent of Police Anthony Nyano. We'll take a short break and be right back. This is LNP Morning Watch. Welcome back to the LNP Morning Watch. We're streaming live from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Like we said, we have in studio Superintendent of Police Marka VC. He's the Chief of Ticketing at the Liberia National Police. He will expand on ticketing yet today. You ask all the questions that you want to know about ticketing at the Liberia National Police. Your question should be based on our discussion here today. Please do not delve into any other discussion because our ticketing for today. And so, Anthony, welcome.
Okay, I think today will be one of the greatest show ever because the public want to know how tickets are issued and who is a violator and who to issue ticket is all police. They want to know whether all police officers can issue ticket, traffic officer, all these things. So, folks, be there. Don't go away. We will bring you the chief, the boss man that can get ticket, that responsible for ticket at the Liberia National Police. His name is Superintendent Mecca Versifo Saye. He's a superintendent of police.
He's a superintendent of police, chief of ticketing at the Liberia National Police. He is sitting right on my left hand side here in studio at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Lexus. How are you?
It's a pleasure on our show.
Thank you so much.
This is the first time on the show?
Listeners.
This is the first time?
Yes, of course.
Great.
Wow.
Tell us, our viewer listen to you. Who is our superintendent of police, Marka VC, chief of ticketing?
Okay, I'm Superintendent Merka Versifo Saye.
Great.
I'm the head of the ticketing unit of the Liberia National Police.
You had the Liberia National Police.
Yeah.
When did you join Liberia National Police?
Well, I entered the services of the Liberia National Police 2007, and I've been through the ranks up to where I am today.
Up to 2006, up to current.
Yeah.
Great. Before we start the ball rolling our question here, what's the role and responsibility as chief of ticketing at the Liberia National Police?
Okay, so the ticketing unit established by law. When you check the vehicle and traffic law, chapter 12 speaks directly about the entire ticketing unit. And then we are responsible to make sure train officers for ticketing purposes through workshops. We regulate, we monitor, we step, we sign, and we issue out ticket books to competent police officers that are trained, that are schooled through workshops that we conduct.
When you mean by competent, what do you mean?
When we say competent, it means that you have gone through the formal workshop with the ticketing unit that qualifies you to carry a ticket book.
So saying I'm a police officer, I cannot issue anybody ticket?
As a police officer, when you have gone through our workshop, you can issue ticket. When you see on the ticket booklet, you will see uniform traffic ticket. So the ticket book is for all uniform police officers, but you will have to go through the drill.
Great.
So that you can.
You have to go for training in issuing ticket.
Yes.
Why they sure you're a police officer?
Yes.
But when you do not go for the training, you cannot issue a ticket except you go for the training.
Until you are drilled through it.
Okay. So, actually, we also want to know the ticketing session.
Yeah.
What is the responsibility of the ticketing session and a broader spectrum?
Yeah, as I said, the ticketing unit, we are responsible for all ticketing activities for the Liberia National Police, for counties, Central, Monrovia, Montserrat, all the counties. We have ticketing officers in almost all the counties that are issuing ticket. And the purpose of ticket is to serve as a deterrent to violators. So ticketing is not for punishment. We issue ticket not for punishment. We issue ticket to stop violators from doing what they are doing, to stop them from violating the vehicle and traffic law. So ticket is not issued as a means of punishment to anybody. The first thing is that all violations are infractions. They are not crimes. They are infractions punishable by fines and some of them jail period.
So tell the listener up there,
Yeah.
someone don't know is a violation, is not a crime.
Yeah.
Can you break it down in a layman understanding? What does it mean that it's not a crime?
Okay, so violation, when they say violation is an infraction, it means that it is not a criminal offense.
Okay.
It is not a criminal offense. It's an infraction. It means that it happens and action should be taken or warning. Now, issuing the issuance of ticket to a violator, it means that quick action is taken. The person is penalized to go and pay some a fine in government revenue. But on some grave violations, the vehicle and traffic law attributes jail term.
Okay.
Yeah,
Attribute
jail
jail
term. Yeah, to some of the violations.
So what are some of the violations that you often get ticket for?
Now
Mostly
in for Liberia, yeah, we got a lot of violations. Let me just make reference to this because we did a listing of the entire violations, the traffic offenses and their fines. One of the main violations that we issue ticket for, improper carrying.
Improper carry.
Improper carrying.
Or human being in the trunk.
That's one. As you said, human being that low. So most of the times we issue tickets for improper carry.
Great.
And one of the things that sparks our attention that we have taken actions on is this driving without license.
Okay.
Now the vehicle and traffic law is very clear on the issue of placing a vehicle on the road.
Okay.
It's compulsory that you have a driver license. Your vehicles must be duly registered
Okay.
and insured. Those three things are paramount before you can place a vehicle on the streets.
Okay.
Now, but we see most times, most people drive without driver licenses. Some will just say, let me go do my registration, the driver license, I will hustle for it.
Okay.
Now, when a ticketing officer grabs you and issue you a ticket and say, they better issue me a ticket wrongfully. And there are fines in the vehicle and traffic law that are very exorbitant. When I say exorbitant, the amount are high during these times.
Okay.
You can't get people to pay for it. Like while I'm speaking about the driving without license, according to the vehicle and traffic law, we should issue you 500 United States dollar ticket.
Wow.
Can you pay for that? If we issue you a single ticket, 500.
Let's see.
So driving without driver license is 500 on the law.
500 according to the vehicle and traffic law.
So I mean, police is using discretion power.
So how about you spoke about the issue of reckless driving?
Yes, reckless driving endangers people.
Okay.
So most of the things you will see in a vehicle and traffic law, most of the violations that endangers people, it has attachment of jail term and a higher amount
Okay.
in the issuance of ticket.
So as a chief of ticket, what are those instances or cases that most often comes in terms of the various charges?
Most people, especially those driving without licenses, will receive their cases more because most of them will be issued a ticket because according to the vehicle and traffic law, when you are issued a ticket and you drive without a valid driver license in your possession, the vehicle should be impounded. That ticket is paid for, and before it is released, you bring a valid driver license to show that you have obtained that license. The driver driving that vehicle have obtained that license before that vehicle is released.
Before that vehicle is released, keep
Yes.
sharing our live Facebook page. We have our Institute Superintendent of Police, Madaka, saying he's the chief of traffic in providing some insight on ticketing. Now, my question on your statistics you just gave, bulk of the cases that come to your office in terms of ticketing is based on driver or driver license.
Driving without lessons.
So before we delve into another question, what can you tell driver that are constantly in the habit of not driver or driver lesson?
So by law, every vehicle operator, whether it is a taxi, it is a keke, it is a motorbike. Every operator riding or driving a vehicle, the first thing you need to have is your driver license.
It's a driver lesson.
So Lexus, let me just give an example. We are police officers, right? You see me, I have my badge, I have my ID card. So I cannot go to anybody and go tell them, oh, this is Superintendent Sayer, I chief for ticketing, and I don't have an ID card, I don't have a badge number to show. So what qualifies me as a police officer? My ID card and my badge number.
Great.
So most drivers, they just want you know, it's so frustrating. Then you drive without a valid driver lesson, you are caught by a police officer, issue ticket, then you want intervention. What intervention do you want?
Okay. So how does the ticketing process work from the point of issuance to payment?
Okay, so we got steps that are followed during the issuance of tickets. The first thing is that the officer must identify a violation.
Okay.
A violation must be observed, right? Before you can issue a ticket. Now, after that violation is observed, the next step is to acquaint the operator with his violation, because you cannot just issue somebody a ticket and they don't know why you are issuing them the ticket.
Okay.
Now you observe the violation, you tell the person, okay, park, you go, the person goes off, then you just start writing. No.
Okay, so before you extend that, can you, a question, can you advise the operator, probably this is the first time you came in contact with him?
I'm getting there.
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting there. I will speak on that.
Great. Okay.
So the next thing is that you can acquaint. Right, you acquaint the person with a violation. Also, you drove recklessly and you didn't endanger people. You drove recklessly, you know, or maybe on a crosswalk or so, you endanger people or so. The next thing is that you should take into consideration the rights of that particular driver. Not because he may violate it means he has committed a crime, so you should disrespect or so. No. So you take into consideration the rights of the person. You know, all our dealings are with human rights now. So you take into consideration the right. Then the next thing is that you should have complete control of the vehicle. You should have a complete control. Before you write a ticket, you should have complete control of the vehicle. Even if the person has a valid driver license, you should have complete control. The next step,
just before you can go to the next one,
yes,
you say complete control. What do you mean?
It means that the car should be under the control. When we say complete control, it means you have acquainted you have called the operator from the vehicle, you have acquainted him, and you request the key.
Okay.
Yes. You request, it means that car is under the control.
So even the driver refuses to give a key.
Okay, that's where the disobedience to police instruction normally comes.
Okay, yes,
we'll get there.
Okay, so the next step after you have a complete control of the vehicle, you request the documentations, and you know, you request that documentation because, as I said earlier, every vehicle that plows the street should be registered, insured, and the person should have a very valid driver license.
Okay.
So you request the documentation to inspect it, because even if there is a violation that you have observed, maybe from their documentations you will notice that maybe the insurance expired or the documents expire too. So you got to inspect the documents. The next thing, I come to where you ask the question now.
Yeah.
About
he or she refuses to give you the key or submit whatever that you request for.
You know, we see those things. You as an officer, a ticketing officer, you got to be persuasive.
Okay.
When you see that you are talking to the person and is not responding, you can request another officer to ask, and you know, not to have confrontation with the person. So when you come in now, as you asked me about warning,
yeah.
So after you have done all this, now it is discretional on the officer now. Per the violation, you can either warn them or you go to the next step, which is the issuance of the ticket now. After you have done all this, you can either warn the person, maybe if it is the first time and you have observed it, after you have checked all the documentation, you acquainted them, you respected their rights, everything, then you can either look at it and say, okay, this is the first time I'm warning you. You have a notebook. You make sure you take the plate number and whatsoever. They are warning you today. You did this, but don't continue. You can warn, or you decide to issue the ticket. So if you decide to issue the ticket, then you issue a ticket with the violation clearly spelled out.
So the issue that has to do with transparency and accountability.
Okay.
How does the LNP officer or ticketing officer, in issuing ticket, the process? What are some of those accountability?
Okay. So the first thing is that when we took over the ticketing unit, we put a system in place, right? And that system has to do with numbering of the ticket books. Now, if you observe, every ticket cartoon, the cartoon of ticket has 60 books.
60 books.
And all those books are numbered in that cartoon.
Okay.
From 1 to 60. Okay. The ticket number is there. There is a red number on the ticket. You see it. They are in sequence. So the first thing we do is that we arrange those books. Every cartoon we issue out is arranged.
Okay.
The next thing we did, after we arrange it, we put an index number on the ticket from the day we started, 001, 002 to up to where we are now. I think we are in 3,000 plus.
Okay.
So you will look at the ticket book and you will see on it, you will see the index number and you will see in red pen the ticket number on the book. The next thing that we did, we got a form of, because every ticket book carries 25 pages.
Okay.
So we got this ticketing reporting form. So if we give Lexus a 25-page book, as you bring the report, it is recorded until this 25 is complete.
Okay.
So if there is any discrepancy within this, you will know.
You know, yeah.
So we gave you 25 pages. You can bring 14 or you bring 15.
Yeah,
You gotta bring
what
25.
happened to the other one?
Great.
What happened to
You
the
gotta
other?
account for that.
That's
That's very
good.
good.
explanation there. Sir, I want to know. That's a great explanation. I want to know how long, if I'm issue a ticket today, how long do the ticket last with me, or when will it get expire?
Okay. According to the chapter 12 of the vehicle and traffic law, it says that the ticket should be paid within 72 hours.
72 hours.
Yeah,
3
which
days.
is the maximum 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
What happened? 3 days elapsed and I pay that money.
So when the 3 day elapsed and you have not paid, we got officers that we call the wanted officer. Though our process is manual, but we got officers that go in the field to go after this vehicle. Even the officers that issue the ticket, normally what we do, we give them a copy of this form. So as you issue the ticket, you record it. When you bring your report, we sign for it, you carry your copy. At the end of that 25 sheet, you will still have a full copy left for you. So from that copy, you as an officer that issue ticket, maybe they pay for 10 on your ticket and balance 15. You can use that copy and go after the people that you have issued ticket to. And the law says when we issue you the ticket and you don't pay after the time elapsed, if you are arrested, the vehicle should be impounded.
Okay.
You go pay government revenue, you put the money in government revenue, then you come, we issue you out a release to get your vehicle.
Great.
Yeah.
If a police officer issued a driver ticket, where can the officer take the operator driver lesson?
Okay, it's normally reported at the ticketing unit.
At the ticketing
Yeah. So when you bring your report, we record it. So every officer issue ticket, the highest is 2 days. You bring the report to the office, we record it, you carry your copy, and when the operator does any payment, they come to the ticketing unit and they get their licenses from there.
Great.
So, what can a driver who feel that the police officer wrongly issued a ticket to him or her,
What can he do?
should they do?
Now there are 2 steps, right? The first one is if you feel that the ticket issued you is wrong or has been wrongfully issued, you can bring it to our attention, right? We'll send for the officer.
So that's the first step.
That's the first step. We'll send for the officer and get the story of the officer and the operator.
Okay.
If there is a means, we handle it. If the operator is still not satisfied, they can go to the court, because the court is the last remedy. Either they come to us or they go to the court directly if they are not satisfied. But most of them, sometimes they come and it is resolved. We explain to them, because sometimes these tickets are issued and people don't really understand. So when it come like that and you explain to them, and they understand it and they go do their payment, some of them, they will decide to go directly to the court.
So what will happen when the officers wrongly issue the ticket? What happened to the officer?
Well, it is discretionary. If the officer issue a ticket and we investigate that the ticket was wrongfully issued, and it brings that backlash to us, we normally, you can warn the person, right? Okay. The ticket is issued, we make notation on that. So you can just.
So it means that officer, you wrongly issue the ticket to this driver. The first offense is verbal warning to the officer, and then what happened when the officer do it for the second or third?
He does it for the second time. We draw the ticket book from you. It means you want to bring ridicule to our institution.
The institution, yes.
We're not condone that. We do it the first time, and we get to know that you are in a continuous habit of doing it.
We on the line. We have caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the LNP Morning Watch.
Good evening. Yeah, my name is John Bill W. Lloyd, Liberian citizen. I'm calling you on WhatsApp because I'm out of the country, and I'm following your live broadcast right now.
Great. What is your concern on the show, sir?
Yes. Firstly, I want to commend the ticketing board for taking this bold step, or probably to say thank you to the National Police for initiating in such awareness processes. It helps citizens to get themselves acquainted with what they are supposed to know and how to behave. Sometimes, when your rights are read out to you, sometimes you know how to go about it. But then my attention is drawn to this ticketing issue stuff, and most often we see that sometimes when whatever is issue with that ticket. Oh God. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I don't know how long does this ticket last with the ticketing officer who is in the street. That is question number one. How long does the ticket last with the officer? Because sometimes we observe that even the ticket book is badly dilapidated, and it's not even something that a police officer should be handling. So how long does this ticketing book last with the officer or the traffic personnel who is in the traffic? And then second, you talk about the police have the jurisdiction to either give a warning or to issue the ticket on a quote unquote issue. So is it permissible that this police officer, upon maybe wanting to warn, there should be a tip given to that police officer in question? Those are two questions I want to understand.
Thank you, sir. Keep following. Our guests will respond to your question, sir.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. You listen to the guest, so you can be taking our points. Yeah. Jot down questions. So regarding the same issue of ticket, we want to know from you, sir, what happened if the officer that issued the ticket to the operator lost the driver license of the operator? What happened to the officer?
Who pays for that?
Okay, normally, we got something in the LNP we call care and custody, right?
Care and custody.
Thank you. So you as a ticket book holder, should be responsible enough to keep every driver license. Mistakes can happen. So when it happens, normally we negotiate with the driver. Some of them will demand a payment of the lesson, and the officer definitely will have to do the payment. Some of them, when you talk to them, they will say, okay, that officer, that mistake, and let them give this amount, I will add it and do it. But some of them will be unreasonable, because the fact that you issue the person a ticket, they will be very unreasonable. And most times, some of them go to the professional standards, and they ask, we intervene, and to make sure. The bottom line is that we make sure the person receives, their driver license back once it's misplaced.
Once it's misplaced.
Yeah.
If my colleague come on next question, it is prudent for the operator to pay for a ticket to a police officer.
Like so, that is a big and complete no.
In capital.
Big and complete no.
So I think we have another caller on the line want to participate on the show.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Tell us your name, where you calling from? You calling from Kirishi? And what could be your contribution to the show, sir? Please be audible, please.
Of driver license and file renewal of documents. Now, we can't get the place to go and renew our document, and we still have the right to drive the vehicle until they can be ready to shop.
Okay, thank you for your concern. Our senior guy will take your concern.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. All right. To have another call on the line again. Keep coming back and forth. You listen to the concern from the caller, right? Keep sharing our live Facebook page.
I think he can address the concern.
Yeah, because he coming to move on. Yeah, you can try that for concern, sir.
So the first one, the caller asked, he said, how long does a ticket book last with a police officer? Now, we try to limit it. It's not specific that a police officer should have a ticket book and issue it 1 day or 2 days. But moderately.
We have a caller now, sir.
Yeah. Do we have a caller?
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to him quickly.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, you are welcome on the LNP Morning Watch.
Thank you so much. My name is Abu Dogle, and I call you for Kesebi Bodega.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much for the program. I think the team is providing a wide range of information that is very useful for the Liberian population. My attention is drawn to usually how long it will have to take if an officer arrested a vehicle before issuing ticket. For example, I was arrested on a motorbike by an officer. It took almost 5 hours where I kept pleading to him before at the end of the day he had to give me a ticket. So after I spent that amount of time negotiating to see if it is something that he could use discretion either to let me go or to give me a warning letter, a warning notification, which did not happen at the end of the day I had a ticket. So I just wanted to know how long should that usually take before you can be given a ticket if you are arrested. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your concern, sir. And keep sharing our live Facebook page. Okay, keep coming. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You are live on the LNP Morning Watch. Your name and where you calling from, sir?
Okay, I'm Lawrence K. calling from Cinco F.
Great.
Okay, I have a concern.
What's your concern?
One time I encountered an officer. He issued a ticket, right? After issuing a ticket, I think it was stated a loss. Then when I gave him the money, he gave my lesson back with the ticket. So how do you reconcile that? Is good for officer to take the money from the street, or you supposed to go to the government revenue and get a flight receipt that you are paying for a ticket?
Thank you. Your concern has been taken into consideration. Our guest is taking down note and he'll respond to your question, sir.
Yeah, I want to know how they carry about the ticket. Is it a specific person in the send or ticket, or some people like what I was saying? I don't know. I just saying like they can people what's if someone how to say is someone can someone photocopy the ticket?
So the city get to respond to that when they issue a ticket, the process leading to the process in getting your lesson and other stuff. Thank you for calling, sir. Okay, keep listening. The city get to respond. So call keep coming back and forth. That's the LNP Morning Watch. We are streaming live from our headquarters at the Liberia National Police. Yeah, you listen to the court of concern. Can you address those concerns quickly?
So as I was saying, the caller asked how long does a officer keep a ticket book, and I'm saying it's not specific. We don't have a specific time to say we give you the ticket book issue in 1 day, 2 days. Moderately, a week and a half is good. You can issue your book within that time and bring your report. Okay.
Can we take the call? Please don't put the phone. Okay, so we take the call again quickly. The concern too much. Good morning, sir. You are doing great. Your name, where are you calling from, sir?
I'm listening, Sherry. I'm calling from Brazil.
Brazil. What may be your concern, sir?
My concern is about the officer who normally sit on the car and carry them. What the police can do about that?
Officer sitting on cool car?
Yeah, officer who can be in a car and to escort them. What the officer what the police have to do about that?
That's a great concern. I will still get respond to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep following the LNP Morning Watch. Thank you, brother, for your concern. You are going
the next thing he raised was what's the tip? How do they do warning? I think as I explained, I said warning is discretional. Okay. Right? In the issuance of ticket, if the officer decides to warn you, it's per his discretion. Okay. But once that violation is identified, once it is identified, it is incumbent on the officer to issue a traffic violation.
Okay, one of the callers said the ticket is most often dilapidated in the officer hand, meaning poor condition. How long it takes for a ticket to last within the officer hand?
Yeah, that's why I said I think I addressed that question. But on the issue of the ticket book, you know what most officers do? They have that old stuff to base, because all the ticket books we issue are new, and we take them from in a cartoon, so they are new. So it just the management and the management of USA by the officer that is coming through. Most of the tickets are.
What's it called? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
You are welcome on the LNP Morning Watch, sir. Your name, where are you calling from?
This is Henry Johnson calling from Dallas, Texas. So I have a question for you guys, right? So I was in Liberia a couple of years, and I was driving through the pencil belt around the Cali Junction. The police guy stopped me, and there's a lot of cars behind me. I didn't stop, so I pulled up to the gas station and I stopped it. And he came behind me. He said, "I'm going to run on him with the car." I said, "No, bro. I was trying to stop the road, and I stopped the road." And he came, he got my car, he said, "Oh, I charged for you." They killed me. I said, "Why would I kill you? And you stopped me on the road. I can't stop on the road. I'm trying to stop off the road." And then he came, he stopped me, he came to Gungan Depot. He parked me a couple of minutes. I think I paid $5 and they freed me, I left. And then I got it from Manchester again. Another group of people stopped me again. So I don't know, you guys get people all along the road going to try and go to town. And that's how it should be.
Thank you for your concern. I will still get to address your concern, sir. Keep following.
And then another caller went, I think one.
So we are still streaming from the headquarters of Liberia National Police.
He said, if officer pull a vehicle over, and sometimes they will delay the driver for a long time. At the end of the day, either they issue a ticket or they allow them to go.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Okay. So one of the caller asked if they can drive the vehicle without registration and insurance because he don't know where to go. Okay. The government announced places to register your vehicle. Why will you not know where to go? And there is no justification for driving a vehicle without registration or driver license or insurance. There is no justification for that. Okay. The fact that you put it there, they arrest you by right, the car should be impounded. Once they don't have a registration, it should be impounded until you do the registration and bring all the documentations before it's released. Okay. So there is no justification for that. Mm-hmm. Then one of the caller asks, how long does it take for a police officer to issue a ticket? Now, in the issuance of ticket, the law provides that if this person, maybe you arrested the person, and you know, humans can forget. I am a valid licensed driver, right? But maybe in the morning I'm rushing, coming, and I forgot. I left my license home, right? If you are noted for that violation, you can appeal. You can tell the officer, oh, officer, I got a valid driver license, I left my license home. So the officer is under that obligation to give you time to produce your driver license. Okay. And you understand? The officer is under that obligation to give you the time to produce it. So normally we say within the 24-hour period, you should be able to produce it. So what the officer will do will just impound the vehicle. They will not issue you a ticket. They impound the vehicle and instruct you to go and bring your driver license within that 24-hour period. So if that is not done, then the officer can take an action. And you know, the officer can take an action by issuing the ticket.
So folks, we are streaming live here from the headquarters of Liberia National Police. Keep calling, keep putting in your call. Yeah, our studio guest is here. Superintendent of Police Malaga say is the chief of ticketing at the Liberia National Police here, giving you some information as it relates to ticketing here at the Liberia National Police. My name is Lexus Abraham Blama here in with Chief Superintendent of Police Antonio Inyanu, and we are interviewing the chief of ticketing here at the Liberia National Police. So we ask you regarding ticket as it relates to payment. So how do police benefit from those tickets that were issued?
Of course.
How?
Now all tickets that are issued are paid to government revenues.
Good.
Okay. All tickets are issued. There is no other place for payment. Tickets that are issued are paid to government revenue, and we benefit because we benefit from the budget. We benefit, so we contribute. You understand? We contribute to the revenue generation. Though let it be known, the ticketing issue is not a revenue generation component, but we generate revenue. When I say it's not a revenue generation, we are not recognizing that's a revenue generation component, because the issue of violation and other things can change anytime. Yeah. Like maybe the person is driving without license, we continue issuing ticket for driving without license, that violation can drop. So there is not a definite, how they call it, something for that, but we do generate every month. We do generate a revenue.
Okay, one of the callers have a concern that has to do with police officer sitting in a cool truck or vehicle overloaded. Yeah. And that police officer can issue ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have anything to say in that direction?
Where officer is escorting cool.
So you see,
truck.
Most of the times we always say we have some, people among us that will definitely bring, that, ridicule to the organization, but it's very wrong.
It's wrong.
You cannot be a police officer and be escorting a violation. It's wrong. Is wrong. If I'm in the field, you as a police officer, you see me there, I respectfully tell you to get out, and I will say issue ticket for that violation. I respectfully tell you, officer, you can get a different car, but you are a police officer and you are seeing what this person is doing, I will definitely respectfully pull you down and issue a ticket for that.
Great.
Yeah.
Once you officer in a vehicle escorting and the vehicle is in complete violation, you will disempower that vehicle and issue that identical vehicle a ticket.
Of course.
Great. So what message can you tell driver not to be issued ticket or to avoid being ticketed?
We get you know, create that awareness.
Have another call on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are for the call on show.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Tell us your name. Where are you calling from, sir?
My name is Fayad David, and I'm calling you from Ominga Market.
Why is your concern on the show, sir?
Okay, my concern had to do with the defective car. The Liberia National Police said, for me, I'm a truck driver. The Liberia National Police told all that all our cars should not be defective. But it happened. I went in the garage, I serviced my car, I changed the two-way light. And the Chinese truck are driving Chinese truck. Chinese truck get two light system. They get a bumper light, they get a bumper for light, then you also get the headlight. I changed the two headlight and the daylight. When I went to Chigotan Depot, the traffic officer stopped me. He said I should put my leg on. When I put my leg on, he said I should put the bumper leg on. When I put the bumper leg on, he told me that the bumper leg that I put there are 4 legs. He will give me ticket. I said, no, officer, this is not 4 legs. It's a new type of light that the Chinese people brought. Even when you check to the back tail, the Chinese people are changing the lighting system because the Chinese car can cut the light fast. So now they make it without electronic light. The officer just said that he will give me ticket. He delayed me for almost 2 hours. I was there talking to him until when a friend came down and look at it, they say they lay here for the bumper left. So in that case, as a driver, what can I do for me to see my address?
Okay, thank you for your concern and keep following the show. Our studio guest will respond to your concern. Go on, sir. I think we're taking call again.
So let me address what he said. There is something in the vehicle in traffic law they call addition to vehicle.
Okay.
The way the vehicle is made, there should be no addition to it.
You add your own thing to
To
it.
add your own thing. Like you listen to him say they let the Chinese people made some type of light. So the bumper of that vehicle comes with its own light and the way it's designed. The vehicle is designed, man. Now, if you bring an addition, you go take this Chinese light, put it there. The officer can stop you for that because that's an addition.
So when you install additional light on your vehicle,
It's not factory made.
It's a violation.
and you can be issued a ticket.
Yes.
So we are still here on the LNP Morning Watch. We just receiving call, just keep coming back and forth. Can we take the last caller, please? Good morning, welcome to the LNP Morning Watch.
Good morning, Chief. How are you?
I'm doing great. Why are you calling for your name?
I'm calling from Sendel. My name is Nushan.
What
I
is-
have a concern, Chief.
Okay.
There is a point at the red light when you come from the parking in, where you can turn in without reaching the red light itself. Now, my concern is there are some police officers that are posted down there. They have set up a barricade there, and they can only allow you to turn at that point when you give them money. I want to know, is that something that is being instructed by the LNP, or they are just doing it on their own? And if they are doing it on their own, how can you help those of us who are driving out there to curtail this attitude of, officers collecting money to allow your vehicle to turn at that particular point?
So what's the exact location that you spoke about?
So when you come from the red light, it's somewhere around the market gas station area. There is a point there for those who are coming from the Park-Upping Junction to turn and go back to the Park-Upping Junction without reaching the red light itself. Or if you are coming from the red light itself, you want to turn and go back to the red light, you can just bend in there. But I see the traffic is not being regulated. Rather, they put a barricade there, and they can only remove it if you promise to give them money to allow you pass.
Okay, thank you. Your concern are taking. Our studio guy is taking note and he'll respond to your concern. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, Chief.
Okay. We'll take another caller on the line. Good morning.
The final call.
Okay, that's our caller. So you're in flat.
Okay, so
Superintendent.
this officer said
I think that's a
they
final
got a barricade at the place, and the officers, request token for them to turn. Most of the time we encourage bad practices.
Mm-hmm.
And that should, operators should start to, stand up to these things.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you have a barricade and we assign officers there to be telling them to take token from people before you turn. It's a bad practice.
Mm-hmm. Very bad practice.
It's a bad practice. So nobody will sanction that. Saying he has brought it to our concern, we'll make sure we look into it and see what's going on there. But it's bad. Why will you, as an operator, to give a police officer bonja for you to turn? They got a barricade there. The barricade means don't go forward.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that this place is for turning. So why will you want to turn there and then somebody request or something else from you? So
keep coming. We're going to take this call now.
Yeah, I think
we'll read comments. We'll read some of our comments on the stream. Okay, we'll read some of our comment on the stream. So first, we are here. We are still here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. We're beginning this live morning show on the LNP Morning Watch, and we are streaming from our headquarters here at the Liberia National Police in our Cousin studio. And we have in studio here Superintendent of Police America V. Say he is the chief of ticketing at the Liberia National Police. You listen to him and he expand on the issue of ticket. How long should ticket last for? He said ticket lasts for almost 72 hours. When the issue ticket lasts for 72 hours. And then when the ticket is been issued, you pay the money to LRA. You are not paying any money to any police officer. You pay that. You don't got money to the Liberia Revenue Authority, and then you return back to the LNP headquarters. Now we get on our viewers or their comment in the comment section. Another person asked a question: what is the LNP administration doing to digital the ticketing system? Hope you're taking note.
Yeah.
What administration is doing to digital the ticketing system? One of the concern there. Can you flip out another concern? We are still. Can a ticket be challenged in court? Asking as to what a ticket can be challenged in court. So our guest is taking down note. Can the ticket be challenged in court? If the issue of personal ticket, can you challenge the ticket in court? Yeah. All right, next comment there.
So
as on Cedra K. Thompson. Thank you, Cedra.
Thomas. Yeah, Sheldon Thomas.
Okay.
The concern has to do, can it be challenged?
Can be challenged.
So that's the concern of Shadrach K. Thomas.
Okay. Can you bring another comment on the
Do
stream?
you have more comments? Okay.
Yeah, Abu Hadija. My concern is about the pedestrian violation by not using the crosswalk. How is the violation fee settled between the officer and the pedestrian? You see, if a person do not go on the walk on the pedestrian, how is it? How do you negotiate it?
Yeah.
And the contact from Abu. Thank you, Abu, for your concern. Tosio, my colleague Tosio, he say, I'm watching from the Central Monrovia. I got a concern. What are the requirements for a ticketing or a police officer to order towing of a vehicle, and what are the fees of tow as per law? You want to know what is the fee per law when a vehicle is being towed? If the operator does not have a driver license, you want to tow that vehicle from Tosio. Thank you, Tosio, for your concern. We get Law Bill John. Thank you, Law. Say, man, what happens if the book is photocopied? If the ticket book is photocopied, what happens? That's on Bill. Law, thank you, Bill.
I mean that the ticket.
Thank you for your concern, comrade.
The photocopy, and they have the
Law Bill John. As a
So
concern. So what can get another concern? Keep sharing our live Facebook page. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. We are streaming live from our headquarters at the Liberia National Police. Another concern there is Lawrence Gay is asking, some of your officers have fake ticket book. How? How true is that? You will speak to that. You say something. As Lawrence Gay. Thank you, Lawrence Gay, for your concern. We have Rufus Wilson. He said, I'm following live. Thanks so much, my dear brother, Mr. Marega Vasquez. See, the most commending for your presentation this morning. Thank you, Rufus. Thank you. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. Or we follow the show and during the afternoon hour or during the night hour. We got our mentoring and Yahweh.
Terrorist that way.
Yeah, he asking, you guys are doing a great job. Let's keep the information. Let's inform our people, inform the listener. Thank you, Chief. Thank you for your concern. Rufus again. Okay, I think concern. Okay, Rufus, why? We say most of the out of town driver do improper carrying. Does improper carrying applies to them too? Thank you, Rufus, for your concern. Keep sharing our live Facebook page. Thank you for your concern. The studio guest is taking notes. Another concern is coming from Terry N. Gawe. He says, and how long can a ticket last when the driver? How long can the tickets last with the driver to do payment when phone in violation? He's asking. How long will the ticket last with the driver when it's been issued a ticket? Thank you. Another question he raised by Terry and Gawe, he says again, we see in the ticket one issue that talks about moving violation and parking violation. Can you please explain in detail to our listening public? Okay, thank you, Chief Gawe, for your concern. Thank you. Keep coming with our concern on the stream. We're reading out to the public, and our studio guest is taking note to answer this question. This is the official Facebook page of the Liberia National Police. This is the LNP Morning Watch. We have Foco Fire Frederick. He reads, good morning, guys. I'm watching live from the spiritual room, to be precise, Clarendon. Continue the good job and keep updating the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Foco. Thank you.
Frederick, for your prayer. We got John Opa Gray. So I'm watching live from Conway. You guys are doing a great job. Want to say keep it up. Thank you, bro. Great. Thank you. We are listening. Conan. He reads, does police have right to park your vehicle if you are on ticket and your ticket is still valid? He asking as the water police can say park your vehicle when you say on ticket. So we are not concerned. Thank you, Lasana. So Anthony can read some of the comment as well too.
Check WCC, he says, bonjour, monsieur l'agent, vous.
I think our studio guest understand.
Je vous regarde depuis.
Our brothers check NCC. Keep your friend.
He's watching.
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you, CC, brother. Thank you, Shaka.
Je vous remercie aussi, on vous dit de regarder nos télévisions par jour, par exemple, de lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, jusqu'au vendredi. On est là toujours. Je vous remercie pour nous rejoindre.
Yeah, you do well. Thank you to our brother Sheikh.
The chief, this coming from Tukba, who's that?
Tukba, yeah.
He said, Chief, I have never given any
sent to an officer at a point where, however, my action has led to threat from the officer upon foreign turning vehicle.
You come again.
Come on, not come again.
Ama J. Sedi. Thanks so much, the Chief of Ticketing Unit 126. I really admire your answer to all the questions that were asked by the public. Great job, my chief.
Okay, so the guest will take concern and then address another concern coming from Edward.
So Edward C. Gadwa, he says, a big thank you to the Chief of Ticketing in studio. Excellent. I mean, you people, they are listening to you, your exposé. I mean, the explanation, when somebody asks questions, they respond. They are very good. They recommend it. It's 100% say, is it Lopu?
The man answer following now.
Say it. Damn
Or
it.
the Maran.
Yeah.
Fine for the Ministry of Information. Welcome,
Welcome, madam. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
you can respond to this quickly.
Okay, so
yeah.
So one of the callers talk about the digitalization of our ticketing system. We are considering that. We are considering it. Administration is considering it because on a serious note, the ticket books we use, they were books that were brought in a long time ago. We are just structuring them and using them so that they cannot go to waste. But the administration is seriously considering digitalizing the tickets.
Okay.
Now, challenging code, yes. When you feel offended and you think that the ticket issued to you was wrongfully issued, you have your right.
Okay.
You go to the court, you challenge the ticket, the court normally sends the summons to us. And when the summons comes, we call the officer will report to the court. And you and the officer will have your day in court. The officer will testify why he issued the ticket. If the judge sees it, it's prudent, he lets it go. If he sees that there was some mistakes or whatsoever, so most of the time he will not just discard the ticket, he will maybe reduce it to a moderate amount for you to pay. So yes, you can challenge your ticket. So the pedestrian issue. The other time I saw a video where the inspector general asked the chief of public safety to give some issues on the fine. Now you see these violations, it look funny, they are there. They are within the vehicle and traffic law, but we don't enforce them because the kind of society. But it says that a pedestrian for jaywalking, we should issue $5 US ticket, go pay government revenue and bring a flat receipt.
Okay.
So it's in the law. Because we're not really enforcing it does not mean that it's not there. It's there. So on the issue of the issuance of the ticket, you do jaywalking. In the future, it will start to happen because we don't want people endangering themselves. So the towing of vehicles, normally towing of vehicles are ordered by police officers, and that's the procedure.
Okay.
Vehicles, but they got categories. Now every vehicle you just see, just don't know. Abandoned vehicle that the operator refuse all instruction to carry.
Okay.
Accident vehicle, those things are ordered. So when the vehicle and traffic law say the tow is ordered by police, it means the police officer should be there at all times to make sure that a vehicle is towed. Okay. And in towing vehicles that are abandoned, maybe for traffic violation, because most times you issue ticket, some of the operators are adamant. They don't want to carry the vehicle, and most times you will see they who doing that, they don't have driver lessons, because once you issue the ticket and the person don't have lessons, they impound the car. So if they don't want to carry it, it means that you got the next alternative just to tow it.
Okay.
And you see it? So most of them will want to create, but now the towing fees are determined by the tow companies. Yeah, they are determined. So we don't have that highly quality. But before that vehicle is towed, it means that it should be issued ticket. Okay. So whether it's a tow company or whatsoever, when the vehicle is towed, it should be issued ticket. The photocopy of the ticket, I don't know, but we have made and we have done awareness that we show people the ticket. The first thing is that our tickets, despite what I explained about the tracking number and the ticketing number, we still add security feature to it by stepping it and signing it.
Okay.
So that every sheet that is given to a violator, it is stamped and signed.
Okay.
So let's make it clear for the public to understand it. There is no ticket that leave our office without stamp and signature.
So any ticket order without stamp and sign is not
it's not from us. It's not from us. So all our tickets are stamped and signed. So once you see it, you know that it's from the ticketing unit of the Liberia National Police.
Okay.
Now they say fake ticket books. People are just carried away. Most times you will see some officer, I've seen it sometimes, You see the officer, he get some type of black plastic, he get full some type of notepad inside and wrap it. When the man arrest, he put it on your car who you think a ticket book. But we don't have to say we have fake ticket. No, we don't.
Okay.
Because as I said, our tickets are numbered, they are tracked, and they are stamped and signed. So out of town drivers for improper carrying, they are not exempted. And that's why we have people on the highway. We got ticketing people on the highway. We got people on the highway that issue ticket to these people. So they are not exempted. The only thing, they are just hard-headed, and those things endanger people. We have created the awareness. We have gone to parking stations and other things. There was a time the chief of public safety and us, we were on the highway. We see with any violation, and they got a new style where they normally take people and put them in a trunk. We were on the highway for some time and issuing tickets for that, because you can't take human being, got 3-4 persons in a trunk just in case something happens. How do you prevent those people from getting hurt?
It is wrong.
So we continue to do it. We'll continue to do it, and we will make sure that we can get results.
Until the results.
Yeah.
Somebody asked another question. I think about the reflector. They say what the effect on the reflector on a car that police want to remove it. The effect it has.
Okay, so if a vehicle breaks down, right? If a vehicle breaks down, that reflector is there to signal to incoming traffic that there is a broken down vehicles. But most vehicles don't want to have that. When you start issuing a ticket for it again, they will say, oh, they may issue a ticket for jet reflector. But you should have it on your vehicle. Because the vehicles that plow the street, they are mechanical. Anything can happen. Your vehicle tire can have, it can puncture. It don't have to be mechanical, but you can have some problem with your vehicle, and you use that reflector to signal to the incoming traffic that there is a stoppage in front of you.
That is stopping in front of you. Oh, thank you, Superintendent of Police. What could be your parting statement and message to driver out there that are driving vehicle and our police officer?
Okay, let me just make a clarity on one of the questions that they asked about the moving violations and parking violations.
Okay.
Now, our law, you see, most of the times the moving violations are the ones that are high because they endanger people. So if you look in the vehicle and traffic law, you see most of the moving violations, they are high. The fines for them are high. Reckless driving, 500. Improper carrying, driving without lessons, those are very, very high because exceeding speed limit, 100. You see it? Those moving violations, they endanger people's lives. But parking violations, you see most of the parking violations, obstruction of view mirror, fail to apply, parking to prohibited places, you see the amount is $25.
Okay.
Most of the amount. And let me just make it clear. According to the vehicle and traffic law, the vehicle and traffic law says that any violation that an amount is not mentioned within the vehicle and traffic law, the fine for it is $25.
Okay.
So any violation that is not mentioned per the vehicle and traffic law, will decide to issue you ticket, will issue you $25.
I mean from $25 down.
Yeah. So I would like to say thank you to the team for the invite. We are here. Anytime there is a means, we are always here to present and educate the public. There are some things that we continue to bring by the public so that they know that on the issue of tickets, there are procedures and there are things that should be done. But equally so, to the driving public, let's always avoid these violations. Let's avoid them. As we go forward, we will drop, because once we notice that the violations are dropping, we ourselves we'll try to drop. But once you continue to violate, we'll continue to issue tickets. And let our drivers know these 3 things should always be on their vehicle: their registration, the driver license, and insurance, whether it is a keke, whether it is a moving vehicle, a taxi or whatsoever, even a motorcycle, because you can have some fault or accident with your motorcycle. The time you know that the insurance is very important when you are involved, unfortunately, in an accident. That's the time you can know that insuring your vehicle is important. When your insurance company comes and start beating the chest, okay, yeah, we take this liability, then you know that, yes, okay, I've done the right thing. Okay. So thanks to the public for listening to us, and thanks to you too for inviting us.
It was a nice having the LNP Morning Watch.
So, thank you so much.
And so, folks, that was the voice of Superintendent of Police Marika VC, the chief of ticketing here at the Liberia National Police. And so, on the next segment, we will be discussing another interesting discussion here, where our Superintendent Anthony Nyani will trail or two on the incident that occurred in Monrovia to give us some development on it.
We want to flag the issue very quickly just before we can close up. There's a guy who is wanted by the Special Investigation Unit of the Liberia National Police.
Okay.
He's Abel Freeman.
Okay.
Abel Freeman is in a constant habit of going to a lady called Kebe. Kebe Kanyon. He took a lot of chairs, rented chairs, getting material from her with the intention that I will pay, I will pay back. After the woman have issued chairs and other rental material to him, amounted to $41,000, they got absconded.
When absconded the scene?
Yes, he absconded. He cannot be found. And then the Special Investigation Unit of the Liberia National, the SIU, is looking for him. So you can see on the screen there is his photo. He's Abel Freeman. He's wanted by the Special Investigation Unit of the LNP. This guy, within the 6-month period, he goes to Kebe and say, give me chair, give me the other thing. She had material.
So Kebe is renting those things?
Yeah, he rent those things to him.
You want to do a rentage purpose of rent?
Yes.
Okay.
They you put the woman on the impression that I will pay back.
Okay.
So he continued it for 6 months, and he cannot pay the woman. And the amount that he's supposed to give the woman amounted to $41,000
United States dollars.
Liberian dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, Liberian dollar. And the woman is just a woman who trying to get something for herself. And the guy humiliated the woman, took the woman material. He cannot bring some of the things back, and since he took them, he absconded. He's wanted. So, folks, if you see wherever you see Abel Freeman, make sure that you alert the police. So, call 911, and so they will immediately get your call and be able to locate this guy. He's strangulated a poor woman who just trying to make a life for herself and the children that she have, and he has committed the sin. So Abel Freeman is wanted by the Special Investigation Unit of the
It's in the tune of how much?
In the tune of 41, let's say 410,000, not 41,000, 410,000 United States dollars.
$410.
Yeah.
410,000 United States dollars.
Yes.
That's a very huge
amount. He's supposed to pay the woman. He took the woman material in fact, and he absconded. So he can be. As you watch the screen, wherever you find this gentleman, alert the police. He is wanted by the SIU, the Special Investigation Unit of the Liberia National Police. So you can contact the nearby police station or the nearest police officer. Let get him be apprehended, and then let him face the full weight of the law. Let him answer question why he has to take 410,000 Liberian dollars from Quebec, Kanyon, so he can be made to answer his own character.
Yeah.
Maybe he can be
Abel Freeman is wanted by the SIU of the Liberia National Police here. He absconded with a huge sum of money from a Liberian businesswoman. He put the money on a false pretense that he wanted to rent some chairs, and the money usually gave him those chairs, and then he rent them, and the money came out to 410,000. That's a very huge sum.
He's still having the motive.
So he has a right to come to the police station and clear himself. The SIU is in search for him, with making all contact to get him, but he phone all off, and he's been wanted by the SIU at the Liberia National Police. That's a photo on the screen there. So anywhere you see, you can contact the SIU. Do they have a number to contact them?
I think the SIU, let me check our database quickly and see whether we can get a number from the SIU, but better say you can say call 911 and then you can tell, okay, better say you call 0770-443674 and then you'll be able to, I think we'll place the number on the screen so the public can be able to call. Anytime you get wherever you see Abel Freeman, you can contact the SIU on 0770-400-3674. I repeat, 0770-443674, and you will get the SIU to be able to report Abel Freeman to the Special Investigation Unit of the LNP. He is wanted for absconding with $410,000 Liberian dollars.
That's a very huge amount of money. Very huge amount. So I think when you contact the police, there'll be a handsome reward for you from the victim that got victim by Abel. Anywhere you see Abel Freeman, you can contact the Liberia National Police SIU unit at the Liberia National Police, because Abel Freeman allegedly committed an act of misconduct, a use of money from a Liberian businesswoman that usually rent those chairs or canopy and other stuff for businesses, for wedding, other stuff. So Abel Freeman, when they allegedly took those things and used them, and the money came out to $400,000+. I said that, and currently as we speak, all his of making contact with him, getting, and so on that basis, the lady brought his complaint at LNP headquarters, specifically a complaint was brought to the SIU, the Special Investigation Unit, and they are in search for him. So if you see anywhere his photo on the screen there, anywhere you see, you can just contact the Liberia National Police. So these are the numbers you can contact. If you see him, you call him on 0770-800-911. I repeat, 0770-800-911. And then they will get to the unit that is responsible for the investigation of the suspect, Abel Freeman. He has conducted with a very huge sum of money from the Liberian businesswoman. We entrusted him with some attendant canopy chairs and other stuff to do business, but on that basis, the brother has been alleged. It's unfounded because he has not been going to court, so it's been alleged. You have to come to the police to explain his side of the story, and then after investigation, if he is called liable, then you'll be sent to Cuba as a stand is being alleged. So you have to make yourself and to LNP headquarters and make yourself available to the Liberia National Police.
Of course. So let me just ask the number once again. If you see Abel Freeman anywhere, you can call on 0770-443674, and you get the SIU. That is the Special Investigation Unit at the Liberia National Police. At the Liberia National Police. And this is how let us bring to this edition of the LNP Morning Watch, Thursday edition, March 5th, 2023. We have in studio a Superintendent of Police America. See, he is the Chief of Ticketing at the Liberia National Police. He has spun on ticketing today. He listened to you asking all the necessary questions and was able to answer those questions. Tomorrow is a Friday. We might appear on the show, or we come with another interesting guest that will educate you on the workings of the Liberia National Police. Just keep sharing, and this is how I would like to bring to this edition of the LNP Morning Watch to the end. My name is Lesios Abraham Blambo. I've been here with... I'm Anthony Nyalo.
See you tomorrow, same time, from 9 o'clock straight to this time on the LNP Morning Watch, on the official Facebook page of the Liberia National Police. Goodbye.